We're over here dancing. Good morning! I've been prancing around the house like a ballerina. Not like I ever was a ballerina, but you know. Isn't that funny? Woo! Today's been an extremely boring day. This whole week has been boring. I had 2 weeks of like go, doing stuff all day, eating junk, spending money, and now I just want to have a boring life again. A vacation is so much fun, but I've always said this, a lot of times you need a vacation from your vacation. It's just insane. So I've been editing with headphones. It's just a lot easier for me to focus, and especially because I typically edit late at night and the girls are sleeping. Maddie is notorious for coming out when I'm editing because she hears the footage, especially if it's like her or Autumn or Emmy in the background. She'll come out and see what's going on. So I've been trying to edit with headphones, and I'm attempting to edit the 4th cruise vlog or the 4th vacation vlog before dinner, and then that way after dinner I can do tonight's vlog or yesterday's vlog, like my daily vlog type of thing. But since I've been watching the footage back, it's so funny how I can put my mindset into that first day and second day of the cruise when we thought, you know, oh my gosh, this is going by so fast. We're gonna be off the cruise in 3 days. It's insane. And then there we were a week and a half later, still on the cruise. You know, like I didn't realize you don't know the ship, you don't know the people on the ship, but watching the footage back, everything that we attended in the beginning, I had no idea who these people were. I can tie it into every single thing we did the entire time. It's funny because the ship holds 1,200 staff members, and or maybe 1,250 or a little bit. I think it was around 1,200 staff members, and you run into the same people over and over and over again, which is even people that are on the cruise, you don't realize how many times you see the same people over and over again. And I'm thinking our cruise was a little different because it had originally, I think it holds like 2,900 people or something, and originally it was pretty maxed out. Like the cruise was almost sold out. There may have just been a few spots open. So there was essentially like 3,700 people with the crew and the people that were on the cruise on the ship. And with that many people, you think you wouldn't run into the same people over and over again, but you do. And like I said, I'm watching this footage, which is from day 2 of the cruise, which is a fun day at sea. And we, like the Build-A-Bear people, we ran into people. This is all the people from the Camp Ocean. And I literally can tell you, I couldn't remember their names because a lot of them are from different countries and their names are different. So I couldn't remember everyone's name, but we would run into the same people over and over and over again. It's just crazy. And I'm looking back at this footage thinking, oh, I don't remember him being there in the beginning, and I got to know them very well because we were on the cruise for so long. And we would run into even more people because like 1,500 people ended up getting off the cruise ship in New Orleans. So we cut the cruise in half. You know, we started at like 3,600 people, we ended with like, I don't know, 2,000, and that's with crew and people that were on the ship, which is crazy. So yeah, it's just nice to look back at the memories. It's like such a distant memory. We were stuck on the ship for so long. The very beginning of it was just a distant memory, so it's nice to go back and look at it. I know it looks like I've done nothing but sit here at the computer, but I actually was importing footage and I went to go have dinner. We're still working on leftovers. We finally finished up everything: pasta, chicken, pork chops, everything. Emmy just finished getting her GT supplies together, sharpening pencils. I totally forgot my goal, or I had initially wanted to sharpen Emmy's pencils, all 100 and whatever we bought of them, and I forgot. I sent them to school with her. Totally forgot to sharpen them. Sharpening them was not a requirement, but I feel bad because the teacher, I'm sure, constantly is like, the kids are having to sharpen them, because I know when she's home she has to sharpen them a lot too. So when I went down to eat dinner, I left my footage importing for tonight's vlog so that I didn't have to worry about it. So the girls are gonna play for a little while, watch some TV, do whatever. Emmy did her homework before. Oh, and I have to tell you guys, I'm so sad. They're moving her. I kind of had a feeling like, I hate to say this, but I feel like, okay, so I haven't edited the vlog, so I really have no idea how much I actually talked about it yesterday, but I feel like, here's the thing, they overestimated how many pre-kinder classes they would need, and the district that she's in order for you to qualify to go to pre-K, you have to be ESL, which is English as a second language, or have some sort of learning disability. Not necessarily be disabled yourself, but just a learning disability of some sort. Early determined ADHD, ADD, or speech impediments, and then also physically disabled children as well qualify. The school does have open a few, very few open slots for children who have no disabilities or who are not ESL, but there are very few open slots, and I don't know if that's why people don't apply for them, or I don't really know. We didn't apply for Maddie because I didn't think she would qualify. Had I known they had so many open spots, I would have applied for her to go half day to an actual pre-K instead of a private preschool where we have to pay for it. It would just make more sense. For me, she could go Monday, I think it's Monday through Friday, either morning or afternoon, and she would go, and they can do that at 3, and she'll actually be 4 here in a little while. So anyway, that's beside the point. I didn't apply for it because I didn't realize, I thought it was actually really hard to get into it, but apparently it's not that hard. But apparently there were a lot of open spots because they underestimated how many teachers they needed, and so they ended up grouping more classes together in pre-K, and they had an extra pre-K teacher. Well, I guess initially they were going to send her to a different school, which kind of stinks when you've been at the same school for a while, but they also overestimated or underestimated, I don't know, I think I'm getting it backwards. They overestimated how many pre-K kids they were going to have, and they had ended up with a whole extra classroom for a teacher that had no kids, and they underestimated how many second graders there were going to be, and each class had like an obscene amount of kids. I think Emmy's class right now has 24, which is a lot. I thought the cap was like 18 or 19. Like, I realized maybe 4 or 5 kids doesn't seem like a lot extra, but to me that's a lot extra. So I guess they absorbed one of the pre-K classes, and they made that pre-K teacher teach second grade so that she could stay at the school, which I'm not thrilled about. And they pulled a couple of kids from each of the second grade class to make the new second grade class. And guess who was one of them? Emmy, which I'm really disappointed in, because I feel like because she missed the first week of school, she was an easy pick. She's not well acclimated to the class yet. All the other kids, not only, yeah, I was talking about this yesterday, not only are they used to that teacher because they followed her from first grade, but they've been with her for a week and a half now, and Emmy hasn't. So I messaged the teacher on the app, and I was like, I'm so sad, you know, because we got a letter home today saying Emmy was going to be meeting her teacher tomorrow, and officially on Monday she would be in the new classroom. And I was like, I'm so sad. I was just getting used to saying your name, you know, and Emmy really likes the class. She's like, I know, I'm really sad. Emmy has already like jumped right in and been a great addition to the class. Unfortunately, you know, of course, I doubt she would tell me otherwise. She was like, unfortunately, it was out of my control. I don't know if it was or not. I don't think she could base her opinion on anything. Really, she's only known Emmy a couple of days, so I don't really think it was that. But she did tell me 3 of her kids are leaving the class, which would leave her with a class of 21, which still seems kind of big to me. But I mean, I don't know, maybe 21 is the roundabout number. I feel like 18 should be the cap. That's a lot already. But so she's gonna have a new teacher on Monday, which kind of stinks. But then again, you know, luckily she wasn't too far in to this teacher in this classroom, and hopefully some of the other kids that got pulled from other classrooms she knows, and she still has some familiar faces to go to school with. Emmy's a very adaptive child, so I don't really think she'll have any issues, but it just makes me sad for her. When I told her, she was like, oh, okay, you know, she didn't really care, but at the same time it would have been nice for her to stay in the same class. So we had to get her GT stuff going. Thank goodness I kept her folders and dividers from last year because they were in great shape. And is that Autumn? I also kept her pencil pouch, so we had to sharpen pencils, get that going. We did some homework earlier, had dinner, and now I am up here editing the vlog early tonight because I work tomorrow and I want to be able to watch Big Brother with my honey bunny. Autumn, what do you have to say? You say good night? Oh yeah? Bye-bye. Say bye-bye, Autumn. Bye-bye, Autumn. Autumn. Say good night. See you tomorrow.
Good night. See you tomorrow. Good night. See you tomorrow.
I totally forgot to talk about the donations this morning. Andres took Emmy to school. He typically does morning routine as far as getting her to school and whatnot, or at least that's what we've been doing. It may change depending on what kind of job he ends up getting. Yeah, I'm not a morning person, so I really appreciate him doing the morning routine. So I had got everything set up, and initially I was going to drop it off around her lunchtime, and her teacher said she would prefer bringing it in the morning because they have access to the dolly. So we packed up everything yesterday and he brought it. Look, they even have a mini dolly. Isn't that cute? And the teacher, I had to give permission for the teacher to take pictures so that she could post it on the app. Isn't that funny? I didn't even think that was necessary. Like, I mean, they're just picture of donations. And then I thought this was funny because so we often use the bottom of the stroller to take things. So he put the baby food in here with the baby jars and pouches and the formula, and there's formula and Emmy's holding the socks. I just think that's funny that he used this to carry everything when there is a dolly. So anyway, I am calling it an early night and heading to bed. I just yanked out an eyelash. Don't you hate when that happens? It's like my eyelashes were actually looking semi-decent when I had on makeup this entire last few weeks of trips. I think I wore makeup 4, 5, or 6 times, somewhere around there. I feel like it was at least 4, but no more than 6. Somewhere in that numbered range. But I haven't worn makeup like that in so long, and actually I feel like I wore it more than that. But anyway, it doesn't even matter. I haven't worn makeup that many days consistently in forever. So I've been trying to get my skin to get back to like an even texture and everything, and it's not working. I've been using my Clarisonic, I was like, you know, the little brush thing, to try and get my skin back to a good texture, and like I said, it's just not working. So I'm thinking about switching up my skincare routine a little bit now, especially now that we're heading into some drier months. We here in San Antonio, we stay pretty hot all the way through September, most of the time through October. End of October, November. The weather may be totally different this year. It kind of changes from year to year, but most of the time we stay pretty hot. Like a few years ago, it was even warmer on all the way through Christmas. Like you could wear long sleeve. It was chilly, but not hot, if that makes sense. It was more like fall weather in the winter. Because for us, or I guess most people, September, October, November is fall. December, January, and February is winter. March, April, May is spring. June, July, August is summer, right? That's how you would think that you'd divvy up the year. Well, for us, it's more like January and part of February is winter. The end of February, March, and maybe April are spring. May, June, July, August, September, and part of October is summer, and fall is like part of October and November, part of December. Like our whole calendar weather is a little jacked up. Anyway, how did I even get talking about that? My eyelashes. I'm like, how did I even get on that tangent? Because I pulled out an eyelash. My eyelashes were actually looking pretty good with that Mary Kay. Is that? Yes, Mary Kay mascara. I was thinking of Mary Kay Letourneau. No, Mary Kay, the makeup brand. They were looking pretty good, and now I'm just like yanking them out left and right from wearing all that makeup. So yeah, anywho, it's about 9:40, and like I said, I'm going to call it a night. I'm sorry today was so boring. I don't even know what I'm going to title this vlog because there's literally not one interesting thing that happened today. Not one. And I'm not even joking. I have had I changed my shirt, brushed my teeth, washed my face. That's what I did today. honestly, like, I cannot get myself motivated. I think the thing is there's not much to do. You know those times where you just have super busy weeks and days every day. You know that you have an appointment here, you need to go grocery shopping, you need to run this errand, cook dinner, get the schoolwork done, get laundry done, get the house straightened. We came home to a clean house. I've done laundry, unpacked everything, put it all away, except I'm actually staring at my floral bag over there that has beach stuff. It just needs to be brought downstairs. All that's put away. I've been editing every day, 2 videos, so I've been getting that done. I do need to work on a little bit of Etsy, but nothing significant. Emmy's work has been very minimal when she goes to school. I don't go to work until tomorrow. That's about it. You know, it's like there's literally nothing to do. And I haven't felt motivated because we've been gone from the house for 2 weeks straight. I just want to relax in my home, you know. So I apologize that the vlogs have been super lackluster and boring. I know you guys just sometimes enjoy hearing me talk, some of you don't, and that's fine too. I totally understand because I get bored of myself sometimes. I've done very well at catching up with my shows. I finally finished Scandal. I was like super behind on that season. Finished Foster's. I've been watching The Challenge. What else am I trying to get caught up on? Outdaughtered is almost done, so I'm almost caught up with that. There's a bunch of shows I feel like I just finished. I don't know, but I'm trying to keep caught up with it and get it back under control. Now that Emmy's in school, I've told you guys before, a lot of shows are really hard, especially with her, to watch because she's very nosy and she likes to see. Some of the shows I watch are appropriate to watch around her, but most of them are not. And she is a listener, so she can be in the playroom watching her own show and still paying attention to what I'm watching. So most of the time when she's here, I cannot watch any of my shows. And now that Maddie's back in school as well, I have 3 days a week where it's just Autumn and I, and Autumn has no idea what's going on, you know. So she'll be playing or in her walker or whatever, and I'll be cleaning the kitchen or feeding her or whatever, and have something playing in the background, and it makes for me to catch up on my shows a lot easier. So that's what I've been trying to do. Now tonight, I am headed to bed early, 9:45. I'm going to hit the hay because I have to be up at 5 a.m. for work. I told Jess, I was like, depending on what kind of job you get, I may have to quit, and I won't be mad. You know, I love nursing, I love labor and delivery, but I won't be mad. I hate getting up and working 12-hour shifts. That's the one thing about my job that bothers me the most, is working 12-hour shifts. It doesn't matter that I only have to do it once a week. Those of you that work full-time are probably like, oh, be quiet, Melissa. You only work 1 day a week. Most of the time you don't even work your shift. Hey, I get it. That's fine. It doesn't bother me, you know. I have nothing but love for everybody else. It's totally cool if somebody wants to hate on me for hating on my job. I get it. It's just one of those things, like 12-hour shifts, no matter what you're doing, suck. 12-hour days in general are not good. Even when you're running errands, if you're shopping, if you're cleaning, if you're on vacation, you know, things 12 to 15 hours, because it actually ends up being more like, because I'm up at 5 a.m. by the time I get home it's 8 p.m. or like almost 8 p.m. So that right there is already a 15-hour day, and then not including coming home, eating, you know, cleaning up for the day or whatever. So anytime you have a day like that, no matter what you're doing, it stinks. And working on your feet in a hospital setting, even if you love your job, stinks. And any nurse out there will attest to that. There's very few people in the world that love their job so much they go to work every day totally happy to work 12-hour shifts. If you're one of those people, let me know in the comments below. I guarantee you there's more people that hate, even if they love their job, they hate being there for 12 hours, 12 plus hours sometimes, no matter what. I hope I'm not alone in that, because that's what really drags me down about the job, especially like I haven't been to work in 3 weeks, which makes it really tough. I was supposed to work last week and I had to call into the shift because I was in the middle of Gulf of Mexico. So especially when I'm gone for longer than a week, it's really hard for me to get back into a routine. So anyway, I will stop complaining about my cush life. Really, there's nothing to complain about. I'm just talking. I'm going to go to bed. Like I said, I will see you guys bright and early in the morning. Hope you enjoyed. We'll see you tomorrow.